Yo, what's up everybody? Jump rope veteran back in the house. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with me because you're trying to get your jump rope game up, trying to get your cardio up, and get your health and fitness where you want it to be or maintain it at the level that it currently is. So I appreciate you being here with me. Today we're going to go into my version of the Mayweather step. It's a pretty simple move. It's kind of a variation of the boxer step, and if you know the boxer step, you shouldn't have any problem with it. So before we get into it, please like and subscribe. All right, let's do this. Okay everyone, the first area we're going to focus on is establishing rhythm. It's super important. The way that you want to establish your rhythm when you start doing the Floyd Mayweather step is you want to simply execute a few boxer steps from side to side in order to make sure that your rhythm is down before you start going into the jabs or the toe taps that you see me doing here that are essential in learning the Mayweather step. So let's go back and look at how to establish the rhythm in slow motion real quick. So I'm going to slow it down to 25% so you can see exactly how I'm establishing my rhythm. You see, I'm starting to transition from side to side, doing a regular boxer step, and eventually I'm going to widen my stance out a little bit more. See how I'm doing this? Widening my stance out like that is going to give me exactly what I need to start doing the double jab steps that you have to do in order to execute this move correctly. If you're just starting to learn how to do this move, I would say that it's imperative to start off with establishing your rhythm before you just jump into it. If you're already fairly comfortable with jump rope and you haven't tried this move and you want to just go into it and see what you can do, go for it. But establishing your rhythm is super important before you start trying to get into doing the double jab steps like this, because establishing your rhythm is going to ensure that your mind and your body knows exactly what it's doing, how it's interacting with each other, rather than if you're just going into it, your body is going to be trying to figure out what you're doing as you go along. So that might result in you tripping over the rope rather than taking the time to establish your rhythm up front. So that's just a pointer there. Establishing your rhythm up front always helped me. It helped me learn this move fairly quickly once I had mastered the boxer step when I first started jumping rope back in 2018. Once we've been able to master establishing our rhythm with the boxer step, we're going to focus on doing the double jab steps on each side. This is where we actually get into the meat and potatoes of this move, the double jab step. This is what makes this move happen. All you're doing here is transitioning from side to side, jumping with one foot, and then doing a jump slash jab twice with your other foot, and you're rotating on each side. So the way to get this part down, to master this part, is to simply do jabs on one side over and over again. So do exactly what I'm doing, but don't alternate. Just do a jab on each side over and over again, probably about 10 times on each side until you can get it down pat, and then try it on the other side. So again, what I'm doing here is I'm doing the actual move, but what you want to do in this focus area is jab over and over again with one side. So you see I'm only doing 2 jabs. You should do 10 jabs on each side, rotate over, and then do 10 jabs on the other side so that you're comfortable with each leg and jabbing and doing a double jab with each leg. Some people are more comfortable with their right. Some people are more comfortable with their left. It's kind of the same idea as the southpaw. People have a dominant and a non-dominant leg. So you want to ensure that you can do the double jab on both sides without it feeling uncomfortable. So like I said, do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Repeat this over and over again until you feel comfortable on both sides. Once you feel comfortable doing the double jab step on both sides, then we can move over to focus area 3. Focus area 3 is the actual transition from each side after doing the double jab step. The best way to explain the transition is to do a close-up of my feet so that we can examine the footwork in greater detail. So what you're seeing here is after I do the double jab step on one side, I use the boxer step to shift my weight over to the other side, plant my foot, and then execute the double jab step with the opposite side. It sounds a lot more complicated than it really is, but all you're doing after you do your double jab step is once you do your double jab step, you're shifting your weight over to the other side, planting your foot, and then doing the double jab step on the opposite side that you just did it with. We're going to look at it in slow motion here so that you can see exactly what's going on. So you see here I'm establishing my rhythm, plant, double jab step, transition, plant, double jab step, transition, plant, double jab step. If you say that in your head, if you're having trouble with the coordination, just say in your head, transition, plant, double jab step. All you're doing again is using the boxer step to help you shift your weight from side to side. That's what the boxer step is good for, because all you're doing with the boxer step is shifting your weight from side to side so you can use the boxer step as the vehicle to get you from your right to your left and then back to your right again so that you can do this move uninterrupted and in succession. Doing the move in succession and uninterrupted is really what you want to strive for here, because the longer you can do the move without stopping, the higher your heart rate is going to get, and also the more proficient you're going to get at the move. So remember, all you're doing is double jab step, transition over, plant your foot, and then double jab step again. Focus area 4 is ensuring that we don't go too far to the side with our toe taps. So if you watch me do the Floyd Mayweather step, you'll see that I am going a little bit far out to the side with my toe taps, but I'm not going too far. I'm generally keeping the edge of my toe in line with my wrist. If you go any further out than that, you're going to trip over the rope. It's inevitable because the rope is only so long and can only handle you moving so far from side to side before your toe gets caught in the rope. The way to still achieve the same effect with this move and to keep from tripping over the rope due to your toe tap width is to step up and not out. Now you see in some of the examples in this video, I'm stepping a little bit more to the side than I probably should, and I'm still able to execute the move. That just comes with repetition and experience. In the beginning, what you want to do with your double jab step is you want to step up and jab down, not jab out. You want to jab out a little bit more than normal, but you don't want to do too much. So stepping up rather than out is going to help mitigate the possibility of tripping over the rope due to extending your toe too far to the side, which I see people mess up with quite a lot in this move. That's why this is one of the focus areas, because it can become quite frustrating if you're trying to jab out to the side and you continue to trip over the rope over and over again. So this is just some food for thought. Make sure that you're stepping up and jabbing down and just a little bit out to the side rather than just jabbing out to the side with no real plan on keeping your feet lined up with your wrists. Alright, we've almost made it to the end. The last piece of the tutorial is synchronization, the most important part, putting everything together so that we can make sure this move works for you. Let's go through both a regular speed video and a slow motion video again so that we can see what I'm doing. Remember, the first step is to make sure that you establish your rhythm with the boxer step. Nothing's more important than that. If you don't start strong with a strong rhythm, it's going to be hard to continue to do this move over and over again. Next, I'm making sure that I have the jab step down, and I've done that by doing 10 jabs consecutively on each side. Once I'm able to master that, then I'm focusing on my transition from each side. I'm using the boxer step to ensure that I'm able to shift my weight, plant my foot, and then use that plant to execute the double jab step with my other foot. As we move into slow motion, we're seeing that. See, shifting my weight, plant, double jab step. Shift weight, plant, double jab step. That's all this move is. After that, I'm focused on the last area, which is making sure that my toe taps are not too far to the side. Making sure that I control the width of my toe tap and keeping myself fairly compact within the rope's sphere. Because once I get out of the control of the rope, it'll be much easier for me to trip over the rope, and we don't want that to happen. We want to execute this move over and over and over again so that we get a good workout and so that we become proficient in this exercise, because this is an awesome move. It's a good move to start off your workout with, it's a good move to work out with, and it's a good move to do your cool down, and it just looks really cool as well. Alright everybody, that does it for today's tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed bringing this awesome move to you. It's been one of my favorites since I first learned it back when I first started jumping rope last summer. And I do this move on a regular basis. I do it in the gym every day because I jump rope 5 to 6 days a week, and I haven't gotten bored of this move yet. So I hope that it's brought you the same value that it's brought me. So before we close out, I ask that if you want to support this channel, if you want to support the blog, head over to www.jumpropevet.com. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video with your friends. This community, this channel continues to grow slowly but surely, and it truly is a pleasure to share my passion with jump rope, fitness, exercise, and nutrition with you on a weekly basis, whether that's through the YouTube channel or through the blog. It's almost like a dream come true to be able to do this and contribute back to everybody, and not just be a consumer but to be a creator as well. If you're getting frustrated with this move, remember, sometimes it's good to just take a small break, walk away from it, come back, watch the tutorial, try to master it in pieces rather than doing it all at once. Look at the different focus areas, figure out what you're having trouble with. But remember, like Tony Robbins says, repetition is the mother of skill. You will not be able to acquire this skill in jump rope, any other skill in jump rope, or really any skill in life unless you repeatedly practice and practice over and over again. You gotta love the process. Alright, remember, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends, like the video. Until next week, I'll see everybody later. Peace.